My name is Ethan Borg and I am the EMtuitive, and I am going to teach you a way to use energized words based on this technique called Eminus Mirus that I invented to treat pain. So let's talk about pain for a moment. Pain is one of the most difficult things to treat in any treatment modality, whether Western or Chinese medicine, chiropractic, craniosacral, massage, you name it. And the reason why it's so difficult is that there's so many causes of pain. Pain can be caused by any kind of tissue, lymphatic, nerve, blood vessel, muscle, and so on. It can be caused by multiple different varieties of energetic imbalances, water-chi axis, dampness. It can be caused by nerve compression or infectious process. So there's so many possible causes of pain, it can be very hard to treat the root underlying cause of it. And there are many techniques in Eminus Mirus that I teach in further levels when you learn more about Eminus Mirus, about how to treat pain and many different treatment strategies. However, today I'm going to teach you how to use the SEND-M, the M level 1, Eminus Mirus level 1 technique for just providing symptomatic relief of pain. And so that technique is very basic. Now, if you've seen any of my other videos, you understand that there's very specific words that we're going to use to send M level 1. And these words are as follows: please send to, and then you indicate a person that you want to treat and their relationship with you. To treat, and then you indicate the problem you want to treat. And in this case, the words that we use are going to be very important to make sure that we are treating symptomatic pain. And then when you're done with that, you have to say a very specific word. And if you don't say that word, no treatment is sent. And that word is authenticated. Now, I want you to understand that if you're pregnant, do not use Eminus Mirus, this technique, on yourself. And if you're using this to treat other people, do not treat other people that are pregnant with Eminus Mirus. It's the one contraindication of this technique. So I'm going to treat myself for the symptomatic relief of pain right now with these special words. Please send M to me to symptomatically relieve my pain. Authenticated. And what I've done is, when I said that phrase, I've changed something in what's called universal chi. And this concept is talked about in other videos on this channel at YouTube. I've changed something inside universal chi, and I have software running inside universal chi, the equivalent of software, which is Eminus Mirus itself, this technique. It's been built into universal chi, and it's waiting for universal chi to have a change of state. Something has changed. And in this case, it's the words that you used were added to universal chi. And when you did that, Eminus Mirus is designed to identify that you said the right words in the right order with the authenticated word at the end. And when I say the right order, I just mean that authenticated has to be said, send M has to be said, a person has to be said, and the relationship with you, and the problem to treat. Those components have to be there. You can actually move around the components, everything except authenticated. So I could say, to myself, symptomatically relieve pain with send M, authenticated. Completely screwing up the order that I originally said, but yet, so long as authenticated is the end and all the components are there, I get the treatment that I'm asking for. So the words I'm saying are to symptomatically relieve pain, or some synonyms of that. It has to mean that same thing, that what we're asking universal chi and Eminus Mirus to do is to relieve the symptoms. That's all we're doing. We're not saying to cure pain. We don't use that word cure in Eminus Mirus. We're not saying to heal from pain. We're not dealing with the root underlying issue of the pain. In this case, all we're trying to do is like a Band-Aid, like the equivalent of an ibuprofen, like a quick symptomatic relief of discomfort as quickly as possible. And you'll find for some of you who use this technique, it's going to be like boom. Immediately you're going to feel a shift. If you are in the middle of a headache or a migraine, it depends on where you are in the stage of that for you. If it may immediately make it feel better, and it may actually make it feel a little bit worse at first before it makes it feel better. If it makes it feel worse before it feels better, it may be because there is some infectious process that is underlying this, and by helping to relieve the symptoms of it, those pathogens, we call them in Eminus Mirus, might be treated in some way. And so using this wording is really important to avoid the destruction of organisms that would release more toxin. Because all we're saying right now is to relieve the symptoms of pain. So in all likelihood, none of that will happen, things won't get worse, you'll just feel better. I would probably 9 out of 10 times, maybe 95 out of 100 times, you're going to just see a symptomatic improvement of pain. If you feel discomfort after this, it's an indicator not that you shouldn't use Eminus Mirus, it's that this form of pain probably is best to treat in between your episodes of pain, not when you're in the acute stage of it. And if you do it that way, you may find that the window widens between the points where you have discomfort. EminusMirus.com is where you can learn more about this technique, EMinusMirus.com. You can see more videos at the EMtuitive channel at YouTube, EMtuitive. You could also go to EMtuitive.com and get exclusive private content that is also free, but it's not being published publicly. And you can also become a Facebook fan of the EMtuitive at EMtuitive on Facebook, and you will find that there is an opportunity for us to communicate with each other and talk about what your experiences are, and I can't wait to hear them. Thank you.